Now, to take it back to the music, the whole Brick Squad era, how many tracks you done with Brick Squad?
I think I did 3. Me and Frenchie got 3 tracks. I got a joint in the cut with Waka. I got a joint in the cut with Woo. Um, and I got a joint in the cut with like our family. Like a lot of people don't know, it's so crazy. I gotta mention this too. So 2000 and I want to say 13, I was just chilling in the crib one day, and I thought, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm traveling. I'm doing all this. Let me start a meet and greet. So I had a meet and greet at Black and Nobel. And when I got to Black and Nobel, so crazy because the first person that called me was PNB Rock manager. The boy up front that was the A&R for Records, Orlando Warrenberg.
Okay.
And the first thing he said to me was like, "I see you. You out here working." And my billboard was out there and stuff like that. And right during the time when all that was happening, as you can see, Orlando Warrenberg is the same person that signed PMB, the same person that signed Kodak, the same person that signed A Boogie. So me being in Queens and being around Brick Squad and everybody looking up the Brick Squad, me being in Quad Studios, you know what I mean, all the time, you know what I mean, the legendary Quad Studios, you know what I mean, Vanilla Ice got hung off the balcony there by Suge. That's a legendary story. You know what I mean? Tupac got shot there. You know what I mean? And, yeah, I was able to bump shoulders with a lot of people. So needless to say, Waka Flocka, I got some joints with Fetty. I got some joints with A Boogie. Bump shoulders with Busta Rhymes in that joint. Like, I got a lot of joints in the cut, but I haven't been rapping. But the music that I got is still timeless. I feel as though I can drop it whenever I want to if I was to get back into that. And I had plans on getting back into that once I got around like 20 and I thought combining my rapping with my boxing, I think it'd be a good little thing. You know what I mean? So we're going to see how that work out.
Rap and box.
Yeah, maybe we're going to see how that work out.
So you got all that music, right? Frenchie get 25 years. How did that affect you?
It affected me mentally because I feel like I was on my hiatus, and it was that time like I was building all of that. I had a lot of interviews. People was coming to see me. People was checking in with me. But things happen. You know what I mean? Things happen. So like I said, I decided to just go back to my first love. I mean, of course, I'd rather be getting paid to rap than get punched in the face. You know what I mean? I'd rather get paid to talk. You know what I mean? But needless to say, that's why I'm here right now. You know what I mean? Trying to get paid off things like this, and sitting down, talking to people, using my voice, being the voice of reason for the city. A lot of people don't know I'm into a lot of political stuff, and I'm a philanthropist. I've been feeding Philly for like the last 12 years.
Okay. Now, with the music, why did you have to go down south to get that?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel like I had to go down south. I just felt like the lady that signed me and put me in that position, that was just the first starts in the road. Like I did a 5-city tour in Atlanta. I did Clarkson, Decatur, Forest Park, Lithonia. I can't forget the last one, but yeah, that was just that. You know what I mean? So I ended up staying down there because I ran into Frenchie, and they was kind of like, no, stay down here, and that's just where the buzz took up from.
And you was in that era because around that time you had, like you said, you had Whoa, you had Brick Squad, you had Frenchie, French Montana as well. Nicki Minaj was actually floating through there. So you was there at the peak of everybody's careers.
At the peak, sitting back, just chilling. You know what I mean? And it's so funny because at that time, they're a little older than me, but I was still able to see a little bit of the ending of the state prop era, the end of, who these other people I'm talking about, the end of state prop era, the end of...
You talking about Philly?
Yeah, Philly wise.
Oh, yes.
Cassidy, when he was going up there, messing with Swiss and them. Like, I was able to see all of that stuff being in New York.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow. So now you in the boxing.
Yep.
That's a different
arena. Whole different thing.
You know,
it ain't different. You heard what I just said about UK. I had to go out UK to get
right.
it. Yeah, man.
So you got an up and coming fight, right?
Yep.
Can you elaborate on that card?
I don't know exactly who I'm fighting at this moment, but Gillian Wallow, they having a knockout party part 2, same place, Chase Fieldhouse down Delaware. Like I said, I want to know. I got a belt for them for the heavyweight division. I'm going to put that joint on the line and yeah, somebody going tonight. Somebody going night. When I first started fighting, the first year and a half, I was at 270. I'm down to 185 right now. Yeah, man. I'm thinking about going back up to 200, but I just wanted to be able to lose that weight, feel my body, feel how like I move way differently than I did when I was at 270. I think everybody gonna understand why my name Velocity.
So how do you prepare for your weight class?
I ain't gonna lie. Like I just told y'all, my trainer is Mighty. He don't play. Like I don't know if y'all know him personally. Y'all been, bro. He not no slouch at all. So yeah, they making sure I'm doing everything I need to do. Strength and conditioning. I'm out there getting my 2-3 miles in. I ain't gonna say every day because you don't really need that unless you're like super professional. So I'm gonna say I try to get at least 1 or 2 in. You know what I mean? I go running at least 3 days out of the week and I'm eating healthy. I'm not eating past 7 o'clock. You know what I mean? I ain't out there getting all sexual active. I'm super duper focused. When I say this like my third, fourth life. We talked about the boxing, we talked about the rap, and I just feel like I'm not gonna let this opportunity slip away this time. Like I'm gonna be one of them people. You know what I mean?
Facts. So mentally, how do you prepare?
Mentally, I ain't gonna lie, like I've been to jail a lot of times, in my life. So with that being said, I kind of like keep things like that. Like, I'm quarantining. I ain't really dealing with too many people. I'm eating, I'm doing my workouts, I'm reading my books, I'm eating my fruit, I'm watching my little shows, I'm sleep before 8, 9 o'clock. And I'm watching tapes. I'm watching some of the best fighters, and yeah, that's how I mentally prepare.
Now you spoke on gel. What was your gel experience like? What was you in for?
When it first started, I went in for a simple possession of weed. Me not knowing at the time how jail even worked because I never been to jail before, I ended up signing a deal to get probation. That probation, no lie, extended for like 10 years. Yeah, I was going back and forth to jail for smoking weed, like absconding, running. Like I was a young boy still kind of at the same time. So it was vacation for me. No, you know what I mean? Just telling my story and telling the truth. Like it took me to go to jail for me to understand me going to disciplinary school. They groomed me for that. If I didn't pay attention and notice that this wasn't the right place for me. Like my jail, DC, my home jail that I went to, it looked just like the school that I graduated from.
Wow.
Like exactly the same way. You know what I mean? So, I mean, me not having the mindset that I have now, it was like, you know what I mean? I'm going there, everybody know me, I'm beating everybody up, same people from the streets, my same wreck. It took me to keep going to jail to see the same people where I was like, dang, I'm in this revolving door too. And then when I had kids, it really slowed me down because I gotta be there for my kids. I want them to see the type of person I am. Actions speak louder than words. It's not like back then where you ain't see and know who a person was unless you knew who a person was. Like everything is visual now. So I mean, it's either if you doing it, they seeing it, or you ain't doing it.
How long did you do jail time?
I went to jail, no lie, probably like every year, or probably every 7-8 months from like 18 to like 25.
Wow.
26. You know what I mean? And yeah, my longest stint I ever did was 3 for a homicide. Kicked mom and dad door and looking for me and stuff like that. And I ended up getting out of that situation or whatever. But yeah, the longest I ever did was 3 years in DC on B block, on a homicide block. And I met a lot of people there too.
Now for the homicide, when you was convicted, am I correct?
Not convicted, but they were trying to charge. Yeah, they were trying to charge me with it.
Trying to charge you with
it. Yeah,
it.
so I was fighting.
Okay. So when you got that news, like mentally, where was you at with it?
That was a shocking event to me too, honestly, to be always honest with you, because like I said, I went to jail for simple possession. So
Right.
I absconded. That's what led me back to jail. I had a judge only detainer. So when I got locked up, I had to sit until my judge felt like he wanted to see me and talk to me. So in that hold up, I was sitting in a cell one day, and anybody that go to jail know, like, if they wake you up, yeah, I mean, you could go to court in March. If they wake you up in January, 9 times out of 10, you just going to fill up the bus. They need 32 seats, and they going to randomly pick people to fill that bus up. So I got, woke up one day and I'm like, well, January, I'll go to court all the way into March. Like, what's going on? Anybody that fight homies know you got a court date every year when you fight a homie. You know what I mean? So make a long story short, I'm sitting in a cell one day, regular stuff when you're going down to go to court, the sheriffs come and get you. And I was in there left with these 3 guys, and they like, yeah, homicide detective here to get one of y'all. They bragging about they homies and stuff like that. They end up leaving. I end up being the person they come and get.
Wow.
So as we sitting in the car and they talking to me, it only took me to go into the room where I seen the folder where I knew, because, the person name was on there. You know what I mean? And that's when I knew. You know what I mean?
How did it feel, once you got out for that case?
I'm not going to lie. It was real relief because everybody be on this joint fraud. And I wasn't there. You know what I mean? I wasn't there at the time. I didn't know anything about it. And the reason how I got strung up is somebody I knew and I thought was my friend ended up calling me on the 3-way to get some information from me, not telling me that the person that got killed, baby mom, was on the phone. And the reason how I got out of jail was when he got killed, I was already in jail 6 months during that time. So even when he got killed, I was in jail.
Right, so you couldn't.
So I couldn't even have been there anyway. So that's really what saved me. If that wasn't the case, I'd probably still be in jail right now.